right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. We got the one and only. Let's get into a good word this morning. The senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Frederick Douglass Haynes. Pastor Haynes, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley. How you doing today?
Yes, sir, I'm doing good, man. How you feeling?
Man, I'm excited about God's grace, Rick. That's what I want to talk about, because all of us are case studies in grace. I got that from one of my professors, because life can be mean. People can do you wrong. But the good news is grace has a way of pulling you through as God sees you through, because God's grace is just downright amazing. I've discovered these things about grace. The more I think about it, grace will remind you of who you are, so you can let go of who people told you you're supposed to be. I love that about God's grace, because people will try to tell you who you are and then draw up a job description for you to live down to their level. But grace will erase what they say about you, so you can hear and live according to what God says about you. But also, I've discovered that grace basically says that the people who tried to trash me have to watch God make a treasure out of me. All of us have some folk who try to trash us and forget about us and diss us and do us wrong, but then God will prepare a table before you in the presence of the folk that can't stand you. That's grace. But finally, grace, Rick, I discovered, will take other folks' rejection and use it for your protection. So all I want to say is there's something amazing about God's grace.
That is, ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas. Man, love you, Pastor Haynes.
Love you, Ricky. Have a great one.
Yes, sir. You too. Now let's get into some praise right here. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
News headlines.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 11 minutes after the hour, y'all, front page right here. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look at your front page news. A government shutdown could happen by the end of the week after Senate Republicans blocked legislation late last night to suspend the debt limit. Meanwhile, North Korea fired another short-range missile into the sea yesterday. Now, this is the third weapon test this month as the country aims to send a message to South Korea and the U.S. about their alliance. Meanwhile, more news and more details are coming out about the man who opened fire in a Tennessee grocery store on last week. Police say that 29-year-old suspect was a third-party vendor inside of the store who had been asked to leave his job that morning. And meanwhile, new data released by the FBI showed that murders here in the U.S. rose by nearly 30% last year. That is the largest one-year increase on record. And last but certainly not least, another study is out there, and it shows that the use of marijuana did not go up after being legalized in several states. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, log on to the RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Brock T, the sports genius. What's going down in sports?
How about them doggone Cowboys? I'm saying, how about them Cowboys, man? They beat Philadelphia 41-21. I knew this wasn't going to be a game, man. You know, listen, I get it. It's the Philadelphia Eagles. It's the Cowboys. It's one of the biggest rivalries in the league, you know, history-wise. But, man, I'm going to put it out there. Remember Rock T told you this, Rick. The Dallas Cowboys may be the third best team in the NFC behind Tampa Bay and the Rams.
I can roll with that.
Come on, man. Think about it.
I got to remember everybody.
And look how they played the Rams. I mean, not the Rams, but Tampa Bay. I mean, they should have beat Tampa Bay.
Absolutely. I have to agree. What you think, Dave? I agree with that.
I don't put my trust or no stock in the Cowboys right now, or even Rock T. So I don't believe that hype.
What kind of fan are you? And he's a big Cowboys fan.
I'm a Cowboy fan, but let's be realistic. It's only 3 games in the season. 3 games, and they beat the team they're supposed to beat, Philadelphia.
You know what I call fans like Super Dave?
What?
A raggedy fan. A raggedy fan. Hey, wide receiver Josh Gordon has been reinstated back into the NFL again. He was suspended in 2019 for violation of the league's policies on substance abuse and performing enhancing drugs. This is his 6th suspension since 2013. You're talking about having 9 lives. He signed with the Kansas City Chiefs to the practice squad. So eventually he's going to join Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce in that wide receiver.
They need him.
Come on now. Woo-wee.
They need him.
Say what you want to say about the poor decision he's made off the field. Josh Gordon is a monster on the field.
We finna see.
It is what it is. Gary with the T. What's up there, pimpin'?
All right, y'all. Friends, how many of us have them? Friends, y'all. Well, let me tell y'all, fresh off of helping Future snag his first #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 with her collab Way Too Sexy, Drake, y'all, did a great thing, y'all, for Future. He bought him one of those beautiful one-of-one Richard Mille watches, y'all, and everybody's excited about it, but there's a few people that's not excited about it, y'all. Now, you know, we talked about this Richard Mille watch a while back, back in August, when Didy claimed, y'all, that people are being tricked by the current Mille craze. He said, quote, "I'm in my bag right now." He said, "I'm not a hater." He said, "I'm a connoisseur of fly mints, and I'm just telling y'all, honey, y'all getting tricked by the Richard Mille thing." He said in his Instagram story. Well, from there, Didy compared Mille watches, y'all, to those that were made by the affordability-focused brand Timex. He said a line of timepieces that can be found at everyday stores like Walmart, Target, and Kohl's. He said the Richard Mille is like a Timex or some mess. He said just like they say. He said, y'all, it's not hot. It's not hot. It is not hot. He said, I have like 2 or 3 of them. He said, I never pull them out. He said, they ugly, and I don't even want to hate. He said,
what do they tell better time? The more expensive they are, do they tell time quicker? Do they make time go by faster? Or do they slow time down? What's the difference?
And Ricky, they don't do none of those things. And y'all Google it, Richard Mille, Mille. Those watches cost almost in the millions of dollars, y'all, honey. And they are not cute, but they like a glass, you know, you can just see through the watch or whatever. So, honey, but Richard Mille know who's going to buy them, and that's what they sell them to, honey. And these fools buying them by the pound. So some people said maybe Future should go ahead and take the watch and pawn it and pay some of his child support or what have you, you know. But it was given to him, honey. But it's not a cute watch at all. Brett, you know about Richard Mille, don't you?
Yeah, I ain't crazy about it. Do you like them, Gary?
Girl, they ain't cute at all. Girl,
then I had one and I gave it back to them folks.
No, you had a Cartier.
Oh, I gave it back. Yeah,
and gave the watch back.
You gave a Cartier back?
No, you ain't gave it back.
I don't like I don't do expensive jewelry. I'm sorry.
You could have gave it to me. I love you. You love me.
I would have gave it to you.
Damn, you should have told me.
I would have been in line first.
Don't do that, Gary.
But he gave the watch back. Girl, I'm like, girl, you gave me back a Cartier.
You know, we over here upset.
I'm upset, girl, like cringing, honey. But
the people that gave it to me, that was like their version of 30 pieces of silver.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, I was something in exchange for it, huh?
Okay.
No, it was just some bad people that I ain't had no business with. Gave me that.
And he wasn't going to tell no time on it neither, baby. Get that girl back.
Straight back to him. I don't need it.
I like that, though.
Can't buy me.
Okay.
Yeah. But this watch is an ugly watch, though, girl. But she calls on it, so I'm congratulating.
And everybody getting them. I just don't understand. I guess because it's a trend.
It's a trend.
Yeah, look at my phone and tell you what time it is. Just tap it one time.
Nobody looks at their watch. I got a good old watch. I don't never look at it. It's just there for show, pretty much.
It's too doggone bright. It's too bright with diamonds. But anyway, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite color. My color today, y'all, is root beer. On the high end, you say root beer, and on the low end, you say beautiful brown. That's your color for today. Brad, what you got coming up in the hot spot?
Coming up next in the hot spot, I'm sure you already heard it. R. Kelly is guilty, and I'm gonna tell you all about it up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot. And that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show at the bottom of the hour. It's time for Brad to do the hot spot. What up, Brad?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. As you have probably heard already, R. Kelly has been found guilty on all counts in his racketeering and sex trafficking trial in New York. He was convicted on 9 charges involving racketeering and sex trafficking that were based on accusation that he ran a criminal enterprise comprised of managers and assistants who helped him meet young women and girls for his sexual desires. The 54-year-old hero singer sat motionless in the courtroom as the verdict was read, as reportedly he did not expect the verdict. His attorneys is considering filing an appeal. Now, following the verdict, he released a statement saying, "To all my fans and supporters, I love you all and I thank you for all of the support. Today's verdict was disappointing and I will continue to prove my innocence and fight for my freedom. Hashtag not guilty." Kelly now faces more federal charges in Illinois, including child pornography and obstruction charges. He's also facing criminal charges in Minnesota for 2 counts of engaging in prostitution with a minor and aggravated criminal sexual abuse. He has pleaded not guilty to all charges, and his sentencing will take place May 4th of next year and could carry up to a lifetime sentence in prison. Anybody want to say anything?
Oh yeah, that number about to be ugly.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was asking racketeering. I had to call because I thought racketeering was something like money laundering or whatever. But Special K would break
that's included in it. You know, there's 35 different charges that make up a RICO charge, and racketeering, bribery, kidnapping,
what
money
is racketeering
laundering.
though?
Right.
It's the engaging in a criminal enterprise with other people involving any of those other crimes: extortion, bribery, fraud, forgery, kidnapping, sexual slavery, all that.
So, Kay, when you went to prison, none of that was under racketeering, was it?
No, sir, it was not. Mine was.
What was your charge?
Man, my situation was barely a felony. It was not important. It was 20 years ago.
How long ago?
20 years ago.
What was it?
It was in 2001.
What was
but
it?
yeah, back to R. Kelly.
What was it?
Back to R. Kelly. Exactly. Racketeering means, it's the definition of racketeering is dishonest and fraudulent business dealings.
Oh,
that's
and what you say you go to jail for, Special K?
But yeah, but it has a wide. Either way it go, that number he get is not going to be pretty.
Really? So you don't think he'll ever get out?
No, sir.
No.
You're not going to beat no RICO charge.
Well, how did you get out on your charge? What'd you have?
See, but mine didn't involve RICO. Mine didn't. It wasn't that serious.
Okay, what is RICO?
RICO is
words.
No. RICO, RICO.
That's my homeboy.
Yeah,
it's the.
Y'all remember?
What does that mean, RICO?
Yeah,
He letting them drive.
Hurry up and Google it.
He hanging them out there.
Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act.
Okay,
that's what it stands for. Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations, and that's what the feds use to nail a lot of people who are engaged in white collar crime or politicians and things like that, because it covers so many different things that they can put you under a RICO charge.
Okay.
So he ain't never getting out.
Nah, that number gonna look like a bowling score. Be like 246. Is it a decimal in there somewhere?
Oh man,
not a baseball score.
Oh, then y'all mean 24.9, 246.
Oh man,
you think they had to explain to R. Kelly what was going on?
All they need to explain is, bro, we tried. That's all your lawyer can look at you and say, hey man, I tried.
And it's gonna take about 10 years to appeal, right?
It could, yeah. Because see, in the feds, man, the problem is it's federal. And that federal stuff, man, they take their time, brother.
Ooh.
They ain't going nowhere.
And you gonna do 90% of that time?
85 on a federal charge is typical. You do 85% of your sentence.
No albums coming out.
I'm sure he got some songs that's unreleased. They're going to say, we need some money, so go ahead and release these bad boys.
But here's the thing. Are people going to keep playing his music, like radio and all that?
I don't know
or
if
does
the radio
that have anything to do with it?
I
think
heard
radio
still have
gonna play.
fans outside the courthouse protesting. So, them people gonna buy it.
Yeah, he might have fans outside the courthouse, but the whole documentary was put on him to get people to stop spending money with him to help stop fueling this racketeering.
But he's not making no money off of the record sale. I mean, Brad, does he still make money off of his music being played?
Yeah. He's
because
still
he produced and wrote most of it, right?
Yeah, he produced and wrote all of it.
But all that money go towards his comments. Is that called commissary?
Yeah.
I mean, it can't. It doesn't have to.
And
It
the
probably
lawyers-
all went to the lawyers as of now.
All the lawyers gonna take it, and all the people that. So the part that really bothers me, is sad to me. Now, R. Kelly had friends once upon a time. Let's just say that he had friends once upon a time. He lived a great life, nice homes, cars, and all that other stuff. Now, while he's in jail, now all those people that say loved him and was for him, they done robbed him blind. They done stole all this doggone stuff, honey. Took his money and everything, and now he's stuck up in jail. There's nothing he could do about it. And that's
took
not
his money, Gary?
Who said somebody
I'm
took
sure-
his money?
Well, does he have it?
Gary, you know what?
Does he have his
We're
money?
going to wrap it
Does
up
he
right
have
there.
it?
Coming up next, we got man law violations. And hit us up for them wake-up calls at
Speaking of
8669
Gary.
Ricky. That's 8669-RICKEY. Ricky Smiley Morning Show.
It's about that time, Special K. What up, man?
Man, a little toxic masculinity Tuesday, man. These are things that you cannot do if you're a man, because it makes other men uncomfortable. That's all a man law is.
Yeah, man law violation.
Yeah, man law violations. You ready to get started? Let's go. You cannot be in a car with another grown man eating a Frosty doing slow licks. You cannot do slow licks if you're in the car with another dude eating a Frosty. First of all, why you ordering a Frosty and you in the car with another dude?
And who house y'all got it from? Because they
Yes,
damn sure don't sell it at Quick Trip.
No, that's at Wendy's.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
can't
you
do
talking
it,
about a
man.
Frosty?
A Frosty. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't do a Frosty.
Yeah, they give you that little spoon be at the bottom of the bag, hidden up under your
Yeah.
French fries.
It ain't no way you can eat it without being, Now, unless a dude got broke fingers on both hands, as another man, you cannot squeeze a ketchup pack onto his fries. You can't squeeze that little
Yeah.
ketchup pack on another dude's fries.
Or if you got arthritis or something.
And I'm talking about them hands got to be cramped all the way up. If you sitting laid back on the couch with your hand down in your pants, as most guys do, another dude come in, you got to pull your hand out, bro. You can't keep.
Yeah, you
you can't just. You can't be talking to your homeboy while you rumbling with the junk.
Watching ESPN, you can't do it.
No, sir, you cannot. Take your hand out your pants, man. You can't. Don't do that.
You can't do it.
Talking about what's up.
Yeah, nah, If you going bowling with your girl, with your lady, you cannot use a ball that's lighter than the one that she's using.
You done went bowling.
Yeah, she got a 12-pounder. You looking for an 8-pounder? No, sir.
She got a back like she plays softball. You sitting up here weak. You getting dealt with every night.
Now, unless the purpose is to save a life, you cannot share a taco with another dude.
You can't.
That's just something.
Who do that?
Hey, man, let me get a little bite of that taco. No, you can't get a bite of my taco. A taco is a small, intimate food item. You cannot share that with nobody.
Now, in Dallas, dudes be sharing drinks, be tasting each other's drinks. I've seen that in Dallas.
Can't do that either.
Wait a minute.
In
What?
Dallas, dude.
What the hell is going on in Dallas?
In Dallas, it don't be gay. It's just dudes just be at the bar talking to each other, and there's chicks in there. When I first moved to Dallas, that was disturbing. All these women in the club, and y'all sitting at a bar in a group talking to each other. I had to tell the dude, say, hey, man.
Yeah.
As we say in Alabama, hey, man, get out of my face, bro. I already spoke to you one time. I was like, bro, it's chicks in here, bro. Why are you in my face?
I'm still stuck on the sharing drinks thing. I've been knowing you damn near 30 years. We ain't never shared a drink.
Bro, I promise, dog. That dudes in the DFW be at a bar. It don't be the dude from South Dallas. It be these
Okay, Rick.
ones that go to mega churches be dressed up at the club.
Okay, speaking of a group of guys,
Yeah.
you cannot admit to another guy or a group of guys that you don't know how to shoot pool.
Yeah. Yes, you gotta fake it.
You gotta fake it. You better pick up that stick and do something. Don't be like, man, I don't know how to shoot pool.
Or just say, I'm good.
And you can't be a grown man and not be able to do a layup. You gotta be able to do a layup.
Yeah.
I ain't saying you gotta be able to play college basketball, but you better be able to do a layup.
Like that old man with that Apollo Creed haircut on that commercial, that arthritis commercial, doing that layup.
Yeah, I don't think I
And finally,
that old black man.
I see that one.
They got the hair
Last
like
one.
Apollo Creed on Rocky.
last one. If another dude call you while you laying in the bed, you gotta sit straight up and talk to him. Don't be laying in your damn pillow. If a dude call you while you laying in the bed, you gotta sit straight up to talk to him.
Yeah.
Did not.
Yeah.
You're right about that. Are you glad this morning? Come on.
Yes. Yes.
Shut up, Brad. Don't do it no more. Hey.
Come on, Bubbles.
Ain't he good, Gary?
Yes, he's good. And coming up, y'all, prayers for Jada Pinkett Smith, y'all. We praying. We're going to talk about it next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Gary has the tea and the color of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. It is finally out. It is official, y'all. Will Smith admits, y'all, to an extramarital affair, y'all. And he said, y'all, that he wanted a harem of girlfriends, including Halle Berry, y'all. Now, Mr. Smith said he dreamed of having a harem of girlfriends, including Oscar winner Halle Berry and ballet dancer Miss Misty Copeland. Now, the Men in Black actor who is married to the beautiful Jada Pinkett Smith discussed his fantasy with intimacy coach Miss Michaela Bohm and even had her work on the list with him and planned, y'all, to contact the women, but ultimately realized, y'all, that the idea was horrific. Now, in an interview with GQ magazine, he said, quote, "I don't know where I saw it or some of this mess as a teenager." He said, but the idea of traveling with 20 women that I loved and took care of and all that, it seemed like a really great idea. He said, and then after we played it out a little bit, he said, I was like, that would be horrific. He said, that would be horrific. He said, I was like, can you imagine how miserable? However, Will, y'all, still found it helpful to discuss his fantasy in depth. Now, he explained what she was doing was essential cleaning out my mind, letting it know that it was okay, y'all, to be me and who I was. He said, I was okay to think Halle is fine. He said, it doesn't make me a bad person. He said that I'm married and I think Halle is beautiful. He said, whereas in my mind, in my Christian upbringing, even my thoughts were sins. He said that was really the process that Michaela worked me through to let me realize that my thoughts were not sins, and even acting on an impure thought didn't make me a piece of caca. Then he went on to say, y'all, you know, they're saying that the 53-year-old star, he admitted, y'all, that Jada never, listen, y'all, he said Jada never believed in conventional marriage, so they spent a long time figuring out their relationship boundaries. He said Jada never believed in conventional marriage. He said Jada had family members that had an unconventional relationship. He said so she grew up in a way that was very different than how I grew up. He said there were significant endless discussion about what is relational perfection. He said what is the perfect way to interact as a couple, and for the large part of our relationship, he said monogamy was what we chose, not thinking of monogamy as the only relational approach and relational perfection. He said, but he admitted their approach isn't for everyone. Do y'all agree with that? I mean, because it's not, I mean, don't y'all think monogamy is not for everyone? I mean,
what is the definition of monogamy, like the clear definition?
Having sex with one person.
Forever.
And
yeah, ain't
ever,
nothing wrong
and
with
ever.
that. As long as, you know, she's, you know,
If
put
two
it
people
down.
are in sync with each other completely, then that can work.
Right.
But what happens is a lot of people aren't in sync, and I like the fact that they discussed it in detail rather than, you know, going around behind each other back. They just was open and honest about it, and I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that between two adults.
Yeah, you know, you get one of them chicks that go to a mega church and she want to make love to Yolanda Adams. I just can't do it.
But I think the biggest part about this article from GQ that was really cool is that they have been married for a long time, and the ideas of traditions and roles and what it's supposed to be are not realistic. So they decided and cultivated their own marriage that works for them. And I think that's really the goal, and what he's trying to say is do what works for you, not what works for everyone else.
Yeah, but well, I guess it did work for them because they still together and what have you, and stuff. So, but well, congratulations. I mean, and you know, I was reading something the other day, and they were saying that the African American race, we're the only race that have yet to accept that there's more than one way to love, and traditional marriage is just not always the perfect way, right? But, you know. But it is happening.
Well, we're going to go ahead and attribute that to American culture, which we were forced to adapt when we were brought here by slavery. So. Well, our motherland, there are definitely polygamy going on and multiple marriages, but that's an American construct, and we were just forced here.
I'm down with Akon.
Okay.
So fellas, when y'all get caught, that's what you tell your woman. Say, look, this is a bond of slavery I'm trying to break.
Don't take my words out of context.
Yes,
I'm doing this for my ancestors.
Oh, okay. I guess you are, honey.
Your name is Kizzy.
Okay. All right, then. But moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. Jennifer Lopez and Beyonce, baby, they said these girls are both trending across social media after J-Lo said, honey, she liked a seemingly uncanonicals tweet. Now, which compared her singing to Beyonce.
Who?
God, I'm not pronounce that word. INNOCUOUS.
Innocuous.
Innocuous? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She liked an innocuous tweet.
And she said, what, Gary?
She liked an innocuous tweet, honey. All right. An innocuous, honey. What she say, Ricky?
She compared her singing to Beyonce?
Yeah, baby. She compared her singing to Beyonce. Now, they said the incident popped off, baby, the other day when J-Lo liked the tweet, which asked, who's winning in a viral battle? And, baby, the tweeter posted an image of Beyonce singing on the left and Jennifer on the right. Well, a fan replied to the tweet and claimed that in the image, believe it or not, Beyonce and J-Lo, honey, were hitting the same note. Now, the comments seemingly suggested that J-Lo, honey, Jennifer and J-Lo had comparable vocal cords, but a lot of people say, they said, Jennifer, wait a minute, girl, wait. And they said, honey, Black Twitter flew off, baby.
I know they did.
Uproar saying, Jennifer, honey, they say many Beyonce fans thought it was laughable to compare Beyonce, one of this generation's greatest vocalists, to Jennifer, who has seemingly, y'all, struggled, honey, to hit notes. So, some people
Did you see the inauguration? All you have to do is compare Beyonce's performance at the inauguration and J-Lo's. There is no comparison.
Or Love on Top when she go up five
octaves.
Not octaves, half
modulates.
steps. And she modulates.
That too.
Well, somebody said a delusional old bird, honey. They say just like a jealous culture vulture to latch on to someone else's name to attempt to prop themselves up. And then they went on to say on and on about it. But J-Lo and Jennifer, and Beyonce, don't they sound alike though? Oh, they don't.
Yeah, Beyonce, her vocals are more powerful. Am I right, Brent? Yeah, her vocals are powerful.
Okay, the color today, y'all, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is root beer. On the high end, you say root beer, and on the low end, just say beautiful brown. That's your color for today.
Y'all give it up for Gary with the team.
Time to wake up.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Time for the wake up calls. Let's go.
Come on. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so we be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
Shout out to all the Libras today. Today's my birthday. To me, give a shout out to my son, Jamil and Josiah. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
All right, this is Aaron calling from Largo, Florida, telling all of the Masons in Florida, all of the Prince Hall Masons and the Florida Council of Deliberation, wake up, wake up, wake up.
My name is Sharitha from Daytona Beach, Florida. I want to wake up my husband, James, and my little son, Boss. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Yeah, this is Big Skeeter out of Houston, Texas.
Waking up my brother Virgin, my son Junior. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I want to wake up my son, Kingston Carter, my daughter, Edie Sauber, and my other daughter, Nevada Holloway. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
When you at Richmond,
Wake up.
Let's go. And Little Rock, wake up. Hey, Tulsa, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Come on, Flint, wake up. In Toledo, wake up. Des Moines, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I appreciate it, Brad.
You welcome, Ricky.
All right, y'all, bottom of the hour, the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. We got the one and only Jerry Jones on with us this morning. Jerry Jones, good morning.
Oh, good morning, Ricky. Good morning. Good morning. Rock T, everybody there. Good morning.
How you doing, owner Jerry Jones?
Oh, I feel good. I feel good enough to kiss myself.
Did you enjoy that victory over the Eagles last night? I mean, it's all...
Look here. Look here. I loved it. And you know what? I predicted it right on your show.
Yeah.
I told them we was going to mollywop the Eagles. We was going to pluck the Eagles right here.
He did say that
on your show.
He did say that.
The stadium was packed last night.
Oh, it's packed last night. Oh, we had folks all hanging on the rafters and everywhere.
Right.
So, Dak Prescott, you know, sometimes he don't get the respect that he deserves in the league, man. You got your Tom Brady's and your Aaron Rodgers and, you know, your Patrick Mahomes quarterbacks. Where do you put Dak Prescott in your opinion?
Look here. Dak is what I'd call a shining star.
Right.
He's shining right now. 21 of 26 last night. You couldn't have asked for anything. I couldn't have done any better.
Right. So who do y'all have coming up, Jerry Jones?
Well, we got the Panthers. We're ready to cage up the Panthers this Sunday at noon.
Oh yeah, you know everybody in Charlotte can hear the show. So what do you want to say to all of the Panther fans in Charlotte?
My sympathy. Because we're coming for you. We're going to have a good dose of Dak and Zeke and Tony and Trayvon. Everybody is going to be in there, and we're coming for business. You know, we should be 3-0, but we can't look back.
Right, that's right.
But in retrospect, we're a good enough team to have been 3-0 right now.
Man,
I agree 100%.
So excited, man. It's going to be a great year. So, Roxy said on the show this morning that the Cowboys is in the top.
In the NFC, I got the Cowboys number 3. I'm sorry, owner Jerry Jones, you're not number 1, but I got the Rams in Tampa Bay. Even though you played Tampa Bay, you should have won that game. I got the Cowboys at number 3 in the NFC.
That's all right. I got some surprises for you.
What you got?
First, we're going to Super Bowl.
Oh. So you're announcing that here.
Big.
Right. Now, let me ask you this. Where's Roosevelt?
Well, Roosevelt came over earlier today because he usually doesn't cook, but he came over. He's cooking this morning.
All right. Can I talk to Roosevelt?
Well, speak with him. Hold on, Roosevelt. Rickey Smiley show. Hello?
Hey, Roosevelt.
Hey, how you doing there, Mr. Rickey?
I'm doing good, man. So how was traffic last night driving, Jerry Jones? Did y'all have an exciting night last night?
Oh, it was a wonderful night last night.
Right.
Oh, we had a good time. We had a good time.
Yeah, so y'all having breakfast this morning?
Yes, I'm cooking this morning. I'm having NFC first place French toast.
Yeah.
I'm having touchdown teriyaki bacon.
Uh-huh.
Gridiron grits.
Yeah.
And Tony Pollard pancakes.
Okay.
I would have had hash browns, but we don't play the Browns this season.
So how long you been cooking? So you cook breakfast for Jerry Jones every morning?
Well, not every morning, but I cook him on the victory mornings.
Right, on victory morning. Okay, that's good. So you didn't cook that much last year?
No, I didn't cook that much last year.
Yeah.
Pots was cold last year.
So when y'all get to Charlotte to play the Panthers, do you rent a car and drive him around? Or you just how does that work out when y'all not in Dallas?
Well, they fly Mr. Jones's car here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have it here. They have it in, like, wherever we are, they'll have a car there for us.
Right, and you drive it.
I drive it.
Right, and you make sure he gets to and from.
To and from. That means there and back.
Yeah. Yeah. So you ever thought about any other jobs or whatever? Or you...
Yeah, driving a bus.
Oh, okay. Okay. You know that you're free, though. You're free to work other places.
Oh, yeah, but it's where I want to be.
Right, with Mr. Jones.
Yeah.
All right.
I get a free pair of Cowboys for pajamas every Christmas.
You get what?
free pair of cowboy pajamas every Christmas.
And Mr. Jones give you that?
Every Christmas.
All right, Roosevelt, let me speak back to Jerry.
Oh, who's on speak to you?
All right, Jerry, it was good talking to you, man.
All right, Ricky, it's good talking to y'all, too.
All right, man, have a blessed day. Let's go Cowboys.
Yes, sir.
Go Cowboy.
There it is. 25 before the top of the hour, bro. Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up next. Black Tony, what's up?
Yeah, Shotty, I'm real busy this morning, Shotty. I'm probably not gonna make it in the other day, Shotty. I'm driving the bus this morning.
You what?
Temp service called me. They want me to drive their bus.
Who called you?
The temp service.
Temp service.
Yeah. I'm driving the bus this morning. I'm driving the prison bus. Jail, the prison bus.
You driving the prison bus?
Yeah.
So why are you driving the prison bus? You supposed to be at work.
They said I needed a special driver to drive. What's his name? What's your boy name? R. Kelly.
Wait a minute. Oh, you driving R. Kelly to prison?
Yeah.
What are you playing in the background?
That's his CD.
What song?
He want to listen to it. He won't talk to nobody. He's just looking out the window.
Seem like you ready?
Huh?
Doesn't it seem like you ready?
He just said put it on. They said put it on and play it. I just said I play it. I've been trying to talk to him. He won't say nothing. He just looking out the window, looking sad.
So you driving R. Kelly to prison?
Yeah. Hey, Ira. Hey, you want to talk to Rick? He just keep looking out the window.
And what song? Put it up to where we can hear what you playing.
I'm putting it close.
Turn it up.
That's the wrong part to turn up.
So, Black Tony, you driving R. Kelly to prison, he won't say nothing to you?
Nah, he won't say nothing. He just keep looking out the window.
How many more other prisoners you got on the bus?
Huh?
How many more other prisoners? Is it just him?
Yeah, it's just him. And I think it's a dude on here who had a suspended license.
Black Tony.
But he going to another jail. He just going to the city jail. He going to be out this afternoon. He can bond out.
Right. So where you taking R. Kelly?
They say we're going up to the state. They say we're going to the state prison, then he got to go to court again.
Right. And so he ain't say nothing to you when he got on the bus or nothing?
Say what?
He ain't say nothing to you when he got on the bus?
He just looked at me and he looked out the window.
Right, I'd
be sad too, though.
And what are you playing? Put it up to the, turn it up.
Whoa, wait a minute, hold up. He said a bad word.
Yeah.
I gotta go, y'all. I'm trying to try this damn bus. I got time to try this.
Please wear your mask. Wear your mask. It is very important for you to put on that mask. This not no joke, and this is not no rundown. Wear your mask. If you vaccinated or not, throw on that mask. And stop lying, telling people you vaccinated and you know dang on well you ain't vaccinated. You up here trying to get people sick. Stop lying, Saints.
Gary, you need to get your sorority, brother.
I know, baby. This girl is serious, honey. Wear your mask.
M-A-S-S, your mask.
Okay.
Word. Yeah, we got rid of. We don't need the S-K, the M-A-S-S, the mask.
That's Miss Georgette, baby.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the teeth. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 6 minutes after the hour. Y'all, the segment's being brought to you by My Computer Career. That's right, family. If you don't absolutely love what you do, make sure you go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today and become an information technology professional in as little as 4 months. That's mycomputercareer.edu. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. The song says it seems like she's ready, and she is ready, y'all. It is official. Cynthia Bailey made it official that she is leaving the Real Housewives of Atlanta after 11 seasons, y'all.
Damn.
Now, she said, after much thought and consideration, she said, I have made the very difficult and heartfelt decision not to return for the next season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, she said thank you. She wanted to thank NBC Universal, Bravo, and the Truly Original for over a decade, y'all, of partnership. She said, I can't wait to see what we do next. Now, she thanked her castmates for 11 of the most unbelievable years of her life and the most incredible and unforgettable memories. She said, quote, I'm so grateful to have this amazing journey, and I'm anxiously waiting to embark on new adventures, y'all. And she also thanked her fans. Most important, she said she wanted to thank you. She said, I could not have done it without your blessings, love, and support. Without the fans, none of this would be possible. She said, I love and appreciate all of you. It's time to move on to my next chapter, y'all. She said, and I look forward to sharing it with you. And then Wendy Williams came in too. She also, I guess, kind of somewhat thanked Wendy Williams because, rumors, that when Wendy Williams had told her that she should be fired in June. Now, Wendy told her this on the show, that she needs to be fired. She said, let me tell you why. She said, because there's nothing more exciting that you can give us, Cynthia. The outspoken talk show host said at the time. She said, I don't want to see you fight. She said, I don't want to see you get divorced. She said, I think it's time. And now, y'all, it is officially time. Cynthia will not be returning to Real Housewives of Atlanta. So
that's good for her.
Yeah. So hopefully, she go on and find something else to do other things. She's a model, and she will, and she's an actress, and she could do other things. So good luck to her in her endeavors. All right, moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, Bow Wow. Oh, Bow Wow is speaking out, y'all. Now, he revealed that he had a conversation, honey, with his ex, Jolie Chavez, and Didy. And, because we recall that Little Miss Chavez was spotted having a wonderful time in Italy with Didy. Well, now, when they asked Mr. Lil Bow Wow, honey, about this situation, he said, quote, as far as Joey is concerned, with me and her, we haven't been in the space probably in like 13 years. He said, really, that's my homegirl, my daughter's mom. So it's always going to be respect. Then awesome. He continued, then he went on to say, he said, don't think that I didn't put a call in and talk to her about what the hell was going on. He said, yeah, and even me and Dude, which is Didy, we spoke about it too. He said, that's a conversation that we had, and I ain't going to share that. He said, but it was a good hour and 15-minute conversation on FaceTime. He also added that he heard that Joey and Didy's stance on the situation that they had or whatever, and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, why would he call Didy? If him and Joey ain't together,
because Didy going to be around his daughter.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And he had a relationship with Didy way before Joy was even part of the situation. He was groomed by Didy and Snoop and all of them, so he would call him.
But here's my thing, y'all. But here's my thing. You shouldn't even have to have conversations like that because there's too many women out here for you to be dating your friend's ex. It's too many. I'm just sorry.
Yep.
I'm just sorry.
But if they look delectable and you got to have them and you couldn't have them at the time, you don't think they could just say, well, let me go get her now because, honey, he ain't with her no more.
That's a little bit of a bro code violation, though. That's kind of,
Yeah, y'all working the same. It's too many. It's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds.
And they know each other pretty well.
Sometimes that's the type of guy the woman likes,
Yeah.
But it's up to the guy to draw that line, though, Brett.
Well, Didy doesn't usually draw those lines.
Yeah, and
so he draw a line on her. So that's what he wanted.
Oh wow!
And then that's what he got. So honey,
didn't he date Lori Harvey too?
Well, that was the rumor, Brad. That was the rumor because Lori Harvey dated his son as well. So you keep it in the family sometimes. You don't think so, Ricky?
Yeah, he need to go on that show with them white people with them
not sister wives.
Yeah, we'll be riding them wagons and stuff. You can see them in the airport sometime. They be the white women with the look, the dress, Nelly Olsen dresses on. They be walking
the Amish people.
Yes, the Amish. That's what he need to be. You can't do that.
I know. Whatever they say, but when you have unlimited coins, honey, you can purchase whichever one you want. I'll have this one for $5.
Man, this chick that's a hostess at Perry's Steakhouse that's finding in some of these chicks.
True story.
You know what I'm saying? It's a chick right now work at Perry's Steakhouse that's a hostess and stuff. And I
you try to help
Ricky, they don't understand men like me and you with integrity.
I did holler at her, but I went over her house and then she seated me like I was in a restaurant. I'm like, okay, thank you. What do you think you?
Now she bust your table.
Yeah, she came on there and wiped the table down and seated me. Like, where you think we at? She said, I'm sorry, I worked so many hours.
Institutionalized.
She what, Brett?
Institutionalized.
No, don't date no hostess because you will be seated.
Well, in my quick for free story, y'all, it's being reported that Angelina Jolie, honey, at 46 years old, and The Weeknd at 31 years old are continuing to spark rumors that they're having a clandestine love affair. Now, they're saying that they were spotted, honey, at the Giorgio Baldi in Santa Monica having a delicious meal, and they swept away in a beautiful SUV to his beautiful $70 million Bel Air mansion.
Oh,
so they're
snap.
saying, honey, they're saying that they're happily in love. But just what you think about this now, these young African-American rich men dating these old, worn-out European women, even though they didn't been around, but ain't nobody saying about it. I don't give a damn how much money she got here. Like Ricky just said, there's a black waitress at a steakhouse that he could have picked up, but he picking up Angelina Jolie with 50 children, and Tom Cruise don't want to know more.
She's going to split them bills in that $70 million mansion.
I mean, Brad Pitt don't want to know more, but that's over. Give her hair.
She ain't worried about it.
Gary, why are you so upset when someone outside of the race dates someone else? Why do you get so
Because
upset?
it's usually Leroy with unlimited coins find up getting with somebody that nobody else wants no more. You know what the man say when he throw her away? Think about it. The Kahlua today, honey, is root beer.
Hair braided to the back.
The high end, you say root beer, and on the low end, just say brown. He could have got with somebody else here, but he gonna go get Angelina Jolie.
I would have got with Angelina Jolie.
Then she went a vial of blood from her brother on her neck too. Oh, you'll get with her.
What?
You know she wore that vial of blood around her neck that was for her brother. She was kissing her brother.
More Rickey Smiley Morning Show up next.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's the front page news. It's what's trending now.
A lot of stuff going on. The prosecution presented witness and evidence to show that Robert Kelly ran an enterprise of assistants, bodyguards, and others, all used to target, groom, and exploit girls, boys, and young women for his own sexual gratification. Joining us this morning is attorney Gerald Griggs, as he represents the family of Jocelyn Savage, who met R. Kelly at a concert in Atlanta several years ago before forming a long-term relationship with him. We got attorney Griggs. Good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good this morning. I hit you up during that verdict yesterday, and R. Kelly has now been found guilty of 9 charges, including racketeering and 8 violations of a Mann Act involving 2 women. Can you break down what all that means, and what is he going to be facing for sentencing?
Definitely. And basically what happened was Mr. Kelly's been on trial for the last 4.5 weeks in the Eastern District of New York, charged with numerous counts, 9 of which he was convicted of racketeering and then the enticing of minors in violation of the Mann Act. And so he's facing between 10 years to life imprisonment. And this is all because of the strength of the survivors that came forward, families and activists who have been pushing this case for so many years. Rick, we talked about this several years ago. This has been an ongoing battle to bring him to justice. And ultimately, the jury, because of the work of prosecutors in the Eastern District of New York and Homeland Security, were able to secure a conviction because they listened to the voices of the survivors.
Oh, wow.
Attorney Griggs, I have a question. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you doing?
That's good. I'm blessed. Well, I wanted to know, have you or Jocelyn Savage's parents spoken with her since yesterday's guilty verdict, and is she okay, and where is she now?
We haven't spoken with her since the verdict. We spoke to her briefly about a month ago, and they're still in the process of trying to reunite with her. We are concerned. We are hopeful that she will come home. They are still ready, willing, and able to love her as they have her entire life, and they want her to come home. So we're hopeful that we will hear from her, and they will be able to reunite.
Attorney Griggs, do you think that he brainwashed her?
We think that there's been severe abuse of all of these survivors, and of course we heard the evidence, so we are concerned about what we heard from other survivors who were with her during the course of this time. So we are definitely concerned, and we believe that there has been some amount of psychological damage done.
And the last question I have, the sentencing is in May. with everything he was convicted of in the court of law on yesterday, if you had to guess as an attorney, how many years you think he's facing? And what do you think he'll probably get being in, because sometimes, where the trial's at matters because they're more conservative in the South. The trial was in New York. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are he faces a lot of exposure, between 10 years to life in prison. Because of his lack of any substantial criminal history before this conviction, he will probably grid a little bit lower. So he's probably looking at between 10 to 20 years in prison, somewhere in that range. But the survivors are asking for max time. The families that have been affected are asking for maximum time. But ultimately, it'll be up to Judge Donnelly and following the sentencing guidelines in the federal court.
All right. One more question. He has 2 more trials, right? So what if he get convicted?
3 more.
3 more. So if he be found guilty in all 3 of those, what do you think, if you had to guess, if he get found guilty in all of those years add up, if you had to guess?
If I had to guess and he goes to trial on the other 3 cases, I think he's facing the rest of his life in prison. This case was the first case. The second case, which is the Northern District of Illinois, is a much stronger case. This case was strong. And so I think that he has some real considerations to take about whether he wants to risk it again. But the survivors and the victims and the families are resolute to continue to pursue justice, and they want their voices heard just like they were heard in the case in the Eastern District of New York.
All right, hold on. Don't hang up, Attorney Green. Let's go to the phones. Good morning.
I think that he got exactly what he deserves. I know some people are saying that the mom should be locked up too, but the reality is he's a predator. So he was going to find the victim. If they weren't willing, he probably would have started, forcing himself on people.
I'm so glad that he was arrested and charged, and I will not be listening to his music. And I think everybody else in his entourage that knew what was going on needs to be arrested and charged as well.
Yes, not only would I listen to his music, I will buy his music because I'm supporting his craft. He's a musical genius, and we all know that R. Kelly get the party going with his music. Yes, I will still buy R. Kelly's music and listen to it.
Man, I think he finished, but I'm still going to listen to his music. And where are the accomplices that was with him?
I mean, we enjoyed his music before we even knew anything about this, so why would people just think about what he's had in his past? I mean, his music was good then, and why wouldn't it be good now?
So go ahead, Gary.
What Attorney Griggs, and that's what I was about to ask about. Now, why some people, can they not separate the artist from the crime of his music? Should we stop listening to the music because he's convicted?
Well, I think that's a personal choice. Myself, I've stopped listening a long time ago because his music outlined what he was doing, both in the past and was currently doing up until he was incarcerated. So I do understand people have personal choices, but this is about listening to the voices of the survivors that has now been proven in a court of law beyond a reasonable doubt.
I got one for all of y'all that just called in talking about the music. So you go to a restaurant and they call you a nigger, but the food is good. Okay?
Wow.
The food is good. Now, what does the food have to do with the waitress and the owner calling you a nigger? Right? Okay? So don't get mad when you go through something like that and say don't eat here because they're racist. Right? Right? The food good. The mashed potatoes was on point with the gravy on there, and it damn good when they cut them onions, put the cube steak on top of the potato. The food is so damn good. Cornbread got butter on. The food is good. Right?
So what if they
but they seat black people in the back.
Right.
And they call you the N-word. So are you eating that? I mean, go to hell. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Go to hell.
Message.
You're hypocrites. Don't go to hell. You're hypocrites. And let me say this. And I ain't get mad at the callers, right, T? If it's your daughter, how would you feel? See, everybody talk all that trash, but your daughter ain't with R. Kelly, and you talk to your daughter every day. But when your daughter don't come home for 3, Griggs, talk to me. Am I right, Ron?
Daughter come home for 4 years.
Come on.
It's different. And I think what people just need to understand is this is about holding him accountable for the things that he has done. The others will be held accountable. There are unindicted co-conspirators. There are others that will stand trial in the other cases. I think what people need to focus on is the fact that black women and black boys and black girls were violated, and it was proven in a court of law.
But Griggs,
that's what people need to focus on.
Griggs, but his music's so good. Let's overlook that, because damn it, his music.
You just broke it down like if people struggling with whether they continue to listen to his music or not, according to this conviction. Just put yourself in the shoes that Ricky just described as far as if it was your daughter. What would you do if it was your daughter, and then you'll get your answer?
Right. Hey, Eva.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
So you said Mike, your husband got called. You wanted to say something about that?
No, Mike represented one of the accusers of R. Kelly, and he's intricately involved in what's kind of going on right now. He's been speaking about it on Court TV and been following the case. I'm not listening to the music. I'm like Attorney Griggs. I stopped listening a long time ago because it's all connected. Not only does he outline the things that he does, but on top of that, the money that we spend playing his music helps to fuel what he's doing.
Can you say that one more time? Can you say that one more time?
The money we spend listening to his music, buying his records, streaming him, that's the money he then uses to continue his enterprise, to continue this abuse, because it only could happen with those that assisted with money. So if we don't put money into the system, into his fuel, then he can't do what he's doing.
No, he's in the pen now because he can't do nothing.
But I don't understand how it's not hard for people to listen when the things he's saying. He wrote these songs about these girls,
Did he believe he could fly? That was about one of them.
No, but this stuff was going on. You know what I'm saying? In the midst of all this stuff was going on. So when I did listen to a love song or somebody had one playing in the restaurant, it was like, oh my God! Like I can't listen to a song that he wrote for Aaliyah because it's like, oh my God, that goes into my head. So I don't know how people are still listening. He is a genius when it comes to music, but it's just hard to hear.
One more thing. This whole Silence R. Kelly, the whole initiative came about because the courts were not doing anything for our black girls. These girls are being taken advantage of, and no one's talking about it. And if we don't do something, if we don't care, no one else will. You don't see little black girls and black women in the news every day talking about our trials and our tribulations, but you see the white girls. So if we don't stand up for our kids, who's going to? Right.
Yeah. Y'all keep going to the restaurant. Keep going in there, sit down, eating those good old mashed potatoes with gravy, and the Kool-Aid is so good because they put extra sugar and real lemon juice in there, and it keeps sitting in the back of the restaurant because there's no difference. It's no difference.
Is it safe to say that he got pretty arrogant with this? As all this was going on, he was getting a little bit arrogant?
Oh, he got comfortable.
Yes, sir.
Because he had a trial before, and they didn't accuse him. They let him off, and he had everyone in his pocket.
So he felt like he could get away with it, y'all. Hey, we really appreciate y'all phone, because I ain't mean to cuss y'all out, but, you start talking about kids, I get a little sensitive because I have daughters. And that's just crazy to me right there. You know what I'm saying? And that is just a perfect comparison and analogy or whatever. So don't you yell Black Lives Matter and whatever and racial profiling and all this kind of stuff. You understand? If you sitting up here talking about you support R. Kelly, you can go on with that. That's crazy to me. All right, y'all, Rick's on the morning show. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. What up, Jeff?
Hey, what's up, brother? I see that you all have clearly covered everything R. Kelly, so I'm going to leave it alone. But listen, what we do know is that the Bidens and Democrats only got 48 hours, man, to figure out what is going to happen in this standoff with Republicans over funding the government. And we hear this all the time, right? But we do know that there can be a government shutdown if they don't come to an agreement on what this budget is. And the infrastructure vote, the economic climate package, the debt limit are all things that can make a shutdown real. And listen, I think that we hear it all the time, but I'm just not sure if we understand what that means. And so there is a real possibility that government functions stop until these things come to an agreement. And so there's going to be about a whole lot of behind the scenes, closed door posturing in some cases, and in other cases fighting for things that are going to have legitimate impact on our local communities. And so 48 hours in this, and you know, Trump is doing all he can to create greater distress in this space. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the next 48 hours. There's a Florida woman who is missing, and the man who has been involved in as a suspect just killed himself. A young lady in Orlando who's only 19, Maya Marcano, was killed, brother, and it is the person who was the maintenance man at her apartment complex that is under suspicion. They have been able to see that he entered her room at a certain time, and she has not been seen since that day.
Wow.
So any of you who are in Orange County, Maya Marcano is still missing, even though the maintenance person who was the greatest suspect it looks like he killed himself in his own apartment. She's 19 years old, black, brown hair, 5 foot tall, 130 pounds, and she's been missing since September 24th. So as we talk about how we don't do enough, how the media doesn't do enough, Rick, I just want to do more and more about lifting the names of our sisters who are missing. And so you're probably going to hear me do that more and more often, because if they're not going to do it, we need to do it. And so again, her name is Maya Marcano, 19 years old, last seen at the Arden Villa Apartments in Orlando, missing since September 24th. And before I get out of here, Rick, I just want to talk about really interesting did you see that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar called for unvaccinated players to be removed from teams?
Yes, sir.
I have not.
Yeah, brother, he came hard, and said, listen, how can you be comfortable risking the lives of your teammates and staff by coming to play this game, being paid the amount of money you're being paid, and not be vaccinated? And it's interesting. I mean, I'm not sure I expected that from Kareem, just in lieu of how I think, because of religious decisions and who he is, that he's been more open to people making the choices that fit their lives than he has being forced to make those kind of decisions. But in this case, he's been clear that masks and vaccines are what he believes, stop the spread of the virus, that players should not be on teams because they're jeopardizing their teammates, the locker room, the front office, and potentially even fans. And that unless you are medically or religiously exempt, you should be gone. So it'll be interesting, man. I think there's going to be more and more players, former players and current players that are going to call for this. And by the time we get into the next season, we might be there, brother.
Right. Yeah, Jeff, I was having a conversation with a nurse yesterday, and we're going to have her on the morning show. And this is when you're right, when you follow the science or whatever, just the stuff that's going, because go have an unvaccinated league. You understand? You are vaccinated. Hey, then you get vaccinated to have to go to elementary school. That's why we have herd immunity over polio and all these other diseases, chicken pox or whatever, because you got vaccinated. And it's crazy, Jeff. We can go on and on.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Y'all hit me at Men Thrive. Love y'all.
All right, Jeff, love you, man. It's Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Well, when I tell y'all those violins and that, it might be the cello. Yeah, that's right.
Sound like tubas, just the brass section.
Oh man, you ain't heard? Have you heard either Grambling or Southern played that one year?
Yes.
Boy, I know all them damn notes.
But why she gotta be so mean? The first line of the song is, "I bust the window out your car."
Damn right.
So what's mean about that? Ain't nothing mean about that.
Get straight to the point.
It's like that sometimes.
Any window busters, Gary? Have you ever broke a window?
Oh, baby, we can't bust windows, honey. We get really popped, honey. A girl can only do that.
Baby. You got to be real mad to bust some windows.
Yes, but you know what? And Rock T had about what's wrong. This girl, did you hear what she said?
What she said?
She said, "I bust the windows out your car." She said, "But it doesn't compare, honey, to my broken heart." She said, "You could never feel how I felt that day. Until that happens, baby, you don't know pain." Oh yeah, I did it. She said, "You should know it. I ain't sorry. You deserved it, and what you did, you deserve it." And she said, "I ain't sorry," and I loved it. I love these lyrics, honey. She said her heart was broken, so yeah, she busted the windows out your car.
So the windows ain't nothing compared to her heart.
Nothing.
At all. When a woman's fed up.
What is the worst heartbreak y'all ever been through? The worst heartbreak, Brad.
Oh, man, I can't. Losing my grandmamas.
I'm talking about like relationship heartbreak. The worst.
Man, I don't know if I ever really had my heart broke like that.
Mad,
where I was,
really?
no.
You just wanted to. Gary, what about you?
Oh, honey, mine was broken, honey, and I cried and drove down Peachtree Street for a whole week, baby, playing Regina Bell. How could you do it to me? So, and let me tell you something.
So wait, hold on. Slow down. Take us through this thing. Now, where did you start on Peachtree? What street?
I started right there on Peachtree and Cone. And, honey, I drove all the way down playing Regina Bell.
And did you go up toward Lenox, or you came all the way? I went
all the way up to Lenox, and I turned around and came back, honey, because it was very painful. And I will say this.
You turned around at Phipps.
Yeah, and came back down.
And right across from Phipps is Dick's.
Yeah, well, Dick's was further up. I didn't get that far because I was upset.
So you didn't go close to. You didn't go.
I
close.
didn't want to. I didn't want to.
So
see
you didn't go close to Dick's.
No, I didn't want to see Dick's no more. No more. Not at that time.
No more.
So you made the left and went across traffic to go to Phipps, but you could have made an easy right into Dick's.
Yes, I could have. But at the time, my heart was broken, so I didn't want to deal with Dick's. But
the sporting goods store.
Yeah, the sporting goods. Yeah. So I didn't want to.
Clarification there, Dick's sporting.
That's what I was talking about. What y'all talking about?
Yeah, what are you talking
about? Sporting goods store.
You just need clarity.
Sporting goods.
It is 8 minutes out. Oh man, 12 minutes after now, Mr. Thomas, do you want to get down?
I want to get down. I want to get down.
Mr. Thomas, they played that at the American Legion last weekend.
Yeah, they played that at the American Legion. That's right. I was bopping all the way to the food truck outside there for the lead eye.
Yeah, what you had at the food truck, Mr. Thomas?
Yeah, I had a pork chop sandwich, okay? I had a pork chop sandwich, bit the bone. They should have took the bone out. Damn, I got my doggone density cracked in there, eating that thing.
Yeah,
that's all right. That's all right.
I know that's right, Mr. Thomas. How you been feeling, man? We hadn't talked to you in 2 weeks, man. Where you been?
Yeah, I've been good. Yeah, everybody been missing me. Miss Cambridge. Yes, I went over to visit her up there in South Carolina. Drove all the way up there. Car broke down halfway down, but because I was driving through the thicket. Okay, when you drive through the thicket, that's the shortcut to get to the Cambridge house. Yeah, through the thicket. You know, I'm driving through the thicket.
Right. Mr. Thomas, you want to shout out to your best friend on this earth?
You better believe it, Ricky. Let me give a shout out. I know he thinks I put him down. Shout out to Maestro Powell from Wabasso, Florida. Yes, sir. Coming back to get me a couple of bag of oranges, and so all I got to do is make it through the thicket. And if I drive through the thicket, I get through Wabasso.
You know, Maestro has a gospel show every Sunday morning that we listen to, Mr. Thomas.
Yep, Maestro. I'm gonna tell you something. He got a nice gospel music show, and he had a nice little rat tail, ponytail in the back of his head. You know, he got that S curve. You know what you see at the barbershop. I think that's
a Wave Nouveau. It's called a Wave Nouveau.
Wave Nouveau is number 17 on that picture on the board at the barbershop. Okay, so he got that, and he used to. I'm gonna tell you. That little ponytail, the tip of the ponytail, what he used to use as the needle to play those gospel records. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, Mr. Thomas, your job is to get people off of drugs, people that be smoking and drinking a little too much. You know, like the brat. The brat said you inspired her to you slowed her down a lot.
I sure enough, Brett. I'm telling you, because see, that's my girl. That's my girl. I had to witness to her. I
sang that song. It encouraged me to slow down. You don't
See that?
have to do drugs.
Hold on, now. Hold on. Slow down. You're speeding. Pump the brakes. You're moving
Okay.
too fast.
I'm sorry.
Pump
Yes.
the brakes.
I listen
you know
to
what,
you.
Ricky? I
Slowing
want
it
you to put this song on for Brat because
Yes.
this song right here is what saved her life.
Amen.
There it is, Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
Sing it
My
with me, bro.
inspiration.
Sing
Let's
it.
go,
Come
Mr.
on.
Thomas.
You
Come on.
don't
You don't
have to
have
do
Come on.
Need to live in. Oh, no. You don't. Sing, bro.
Come on.
To the line.
This
Yes.
it'll make you
Yeah.
do, Brat.
It'll make you
Come on.
You get the hate. Oh, you know it.
kill you dead.
Uh-huh.
Can't you see for yourself what drugs are doing?
Here go your part, Mr. Thomas. Let's go.
Come on now.
Yes.
Come on, Angelina.
Come on now.
Oh, Lord.
Put your drugs away, Mr. Thomas. You better get up.
Yes.
You better get up off with the cocaine.
Yes.
Get up off with the crack.
Come on.
Get yourself together.
Let's go.
And get your mind. You get it, get it, get it, get it.
Hit him, Mr. Thomas. Hit him, Mr. Thomas.
You
Hey.
You don't have to do drugs.
Mr. Thomas, y'all, 16 minutes after the hour. I got your front page. Coming up next, Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
News headlines.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The same as being brought to you by Bank of America Customized Cash Rewards Credit Card. You can earn 3% cash back on online shopping, making the essentials even more rewarding. Copyright 2021 Bank of America Corporation. 27 minutes after the hour. Got your front page. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look at your front page news. Last night, Senate Republicans blocked a bill that would have prevented a government shutdown and prevent the U.S. from defaulting on its debt. Now, Republicans voted to raise the debt ceiling 3 times under President Trump, but are now refusing to allow Democrats to lift the limit on federal borrowing in an effort to block Biden's $3.5 trillion spending bill. Meanwhile, President Biden got a Pfizer booster shot on camera yesterday where he went ahead and cut a joke saying, "I know it doesn't look like it, but yes, I am over 65. Now, in related news, the number of Hispanic adults in the U.S. who have received the vaccine is now up to 73%. That's more than the percentage of white adults, which is 71%. And the number of Black Americans who are vaccinated has also risen significantly to 70%. In other news, Facebook delayed its Instagram Kids version of its platform meant for children under the age of 14 ahead of the congressional hearing on Instagram's effect on mental health. Meanwhile, TikTok, which is very popular amongst kids, has hit 1 billion active monthly users. And last but certainly not least, you might want to go ahead and check your freezer. That's right. Nestle has recalled 27,000 pounds of frozen DiGiorno pepperoni pizza. Now, there was a little bit of a mix-up, Ricky, with the labeling. The box actually has beef and sausage on it, which can be very harmful with people with soy allergies. So check your freezer and check your pizza box.
As long as they don't mess with them Totino's party pieces.
Come on,
you touch them damn good ass cheap Totino's party pieces, tear it out that plastic, the square pepperoni chunk ones.
Yeah, do you like the thin crust ones too?
No, they all right, but I like the ones that's a big ass saltine cracker at the bottom. And you put it on the rack. You do not use a pan. Put it on the rack and put it in the countertop toaster oven. Them damn Totino's, you don't have to cut it or nothing.
Well, your Totino's is still good, Rick.
Well, look at here, 15 for $2 at Walmart. Don't play with me today. Don't talk about them damn frozen pizzas. You be wanting Pizza Hut. You be wanting Marco's. I love Marco's, but you every now and then, sweet Jesus, you got to have a Totino's party pizza and a damn chicken pot pie, and them little corn dogs be good too.
Ricky,
Let's talk about them corn dogs.
Fletchers?
Let's talk about them damn Fletchers corn dogs. And them damn, Eva, I turned you on to them damn pancakes and sausage on a stick.
Them Jimmy Dean.
Dip them hoes in some slide them hoes across some syrup and bite it. Boy, you got pancakes and sausage on it. Two of them.
Dunk them in a cup. I'm sorry. We went all the way into the food.
Brett, don't talk to me about. We're not gonna talk about that deep freezer. I can go through this deep freezer this morning.
I know.
Don't bring it up because I take my deep freezer food personal.
Yeah, you put us up on all the deep freeze goodies.
Come on, when y'all come to the radio station, what we got in the freezer, Eva?
Man, we got some good old Hot Pockets. We got some pot pies. We got them Dunkin' corn dog breakfast stick. Yep.
Brett, I dropped the stack on them damn Klondike, Haagen-Dazs Klondike almond chocolate bars.
Come on, dog.
Yes.
Ricky. Yeah, I know freezer look.
And them kettle chips. Them one kettle chips.
I need everybody that's listening in their cars, and I'll cancel this whole news segment to go through this damn candy. So when I tell you this morning show got groceries,
soft baked cookies.
Brett, don't play. Y'all better stop talking to me.
We keep some fresh orange juice.
If anybody hungry, come to the radio station. We got food,
man.
Bagels and cream cheese, flavored cream cheese.
Them green grapes. Jesus must have picked them green grapes.
I got the green grapes off the Last Supper table. The Last.
We got the varieties of lunch meat.
Come on, Brett.
Come on now. We keep fresh bread, mayo, mustard.
I go to Publix and Kroger Deli to get the ham sliced where we can have a good ham sandwich before we do Dish Nation. I'll cancel this whole news segment. Don't talk about this deep freezer.
Them cheese and chive crackers. What you talking about? And them peanut butter, them Lance's crackers. What?
Brett, don't play with me. Brett, I got club crackers with the damn extra crunchy Peter Pan peanut butter.
Ooh, and don't you cook nothing the night before because you bring the Tupperwares, baby. We eat good.
Don't pull out them Golden Flake sweet heat
what you say?
Chips.
Boy, you got to be like, that's an Alabama, Georgia thing. Y'all know nothing about no Golden Flake potato chips. You better ask Eddie Murphy. I had to send him a big ass box of Golden Flake once a month. Sweet heat.
Yes,
come on now. You can't, man. No, Brett.
And them Jimmy Deans. Don't leave out them Jimmy Deans.
Jimmy Dean.
Y'all gotta stop.
Let's talk about them doggone Dallas Cowboys, man.
Golly.
I'm so
got plus side folks out here having
one of them Dallas Dak Prescott gonna jump out their deep freezer, dog on it. Cowboys beat the Philadelphia Eagles last night, man. Please give Dak Prescott his respect and understand that the Cowboys may be the third best team in the NFC behind the Rams and Tampa Bay. And you see what the Cowboys did with Tampa Bay. They should have won that game. NBA legend Kareem Abdul-Jabbar calls for all unvaccinated NBA players should be removed from their teams.
Correct.
90% of the NBA players are vaccinated. Let me put that out there real fast. Approximately 40 players are not. The NBA is pushing for mandatory vaccinations for players, but the NBA Players Association has refused to budge. So the Players Association is bucking with the NBA. They're like, we don't think that we should put a mandate on that. Every player should have their own right.
Start another division of unvaccinated and let them play each other.
That's going to be about 40 players.
Because you can't be getting us sick. That's a health thing.
Yeah.
You can't get us sick. Okay, and start another damn division and let them go play each other and other people that's unvaccinated.
Period.
That's fair. We ain't trying to start. We'll still pay you. We'll watch the game.
Period. Now the staff members, they scared because they don't want to come to work because of these unvaccinated players.
Right.
And if they start their own pandemic, they're gonna lose a whole lot of money canceling games and stuff. So they got it, man. It don't make no sense.
Yeah, let them be.
There it is, man.
Sit up there Googling stuff.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot
and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 25 before the top of the hour. Your segment's being brought to you by
Macy's. Create your trademark style at Macy's VIP sale with big savings on the latest fall arrivals and great deals on your go-to beauty picks. fragrances, and more. Plus, Star Rewards members earn on every purchase except for gift cards, services, and fees. More at Macy's.com/Star Rewards. What's up, Brad?
What's up, Eva? Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat, and this is the Hot Spot, where we bring you music, movies, and more. So, y'all, Will Smith is getting ready to drop a memoir titled Will, and in anticipation, he sat down with GQ to discuss what fans can expect when it comes out November 9th. When he talks about his new project, Emancipation, and why he believes now is the right moment for it, even though he never really wanted to do a movie about slavery before now. He said, I've always avoided making films about slavery. He said, in the early part of my career, I didn't want to show black people in that light. He said, I wanted to be a superhero, so I wanted to depict black excellence alongside my white counterparts. I wanted to play roles that you would give Tom Cruise. And the first time I was considered, it was during the Django Unchained, but I didn't want to make a slavery film about vengeance. So he turned down Django in 2012, the Quentin Tarantino film. And, Jamie Foxx, that role went to him. So fast forward to 2021. Hey, what?
Hey, Dave, we're going to get the clip. We're going to play it tomorrow when you do the Hot Spot. We're going to play the clip tomorrow.
Of what?
When Jamie Foxx shot that lady on them steps. and that lady screamed in the background. She said, "Oh!" what did he say?
Say bye. He said, "Say bye, Miss Laura."
And she said, "Do what now? Do what?" She said, "Do what now?" He said, "Say goodbye to Miss Laura." He shot. She said, "That lady said, oh!" So we're gonna have that, Brett. Get that clip. We're gonna do that tomorrow for the Hot Spot.
Okay, so Will Smith gonna actually be playing a runaway slave named Peter in his upcoming Apple TV and film Emancipation. Moving on, y'all, MAC Cosmetics is celebrating the remarkable life and legacy of Whitney Houston. Now, following the news that a biopic of the record-breaking singer is underway with the title I Want to Dance with Somebody, People exclusively announced that the beauty brand has inked a long-term, multifaceted partnership with the Whitney Houston estate. So MAC Cosmetics is set to launch a collection in 2022 as a part of the collaboration, and will support the biopic by creating some of Whitney's most memorable beauty looks from the film. This is going to be so dope. The brand will continue to celebrate the music icon through upcoming projects, which will be announced at a later date. All right, y'all, that's going to wrap up the Hot Spot right there. But coming up next, we got Yanetta Spring with Talk It Out Tuesday, and we got the Praise Mix down.
Hey,
the
Brad,
time now, yes.
What we doing tomorrow now? What clip we playing tomorrow?
Do what now?
Yeah, from Django.
Yeah.
Jerry. So remember, Brad, don't forget now, tomorrow for the Hot Spot. Everybody that's listening right now, put it in your calendar.
Do what now?
Yeah, the clip from the Django.
Stop saying it.
We're going to fall out tomorrow.
All right, bet. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, y'all.
It's Talk It Out Tuesday with licensed professional counselor Yanetta Spring.
All right, y'all, to Talk It Out Tuesday on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Help me welcome therapy expert, licensed professional counselor Yanetta Spring. Hey, good morning, Yanetta.
Hey, good morning, Ricky. Good morning, y'all. What's up?
Good morning.
Man, we're so happy to have you. And for the month of September, we've been talking about self-care. So this morning, on the last Tuesday of the month, we have a quiz. Do we have a quiz or something?
No quiz. I just wanted to kind of wrap up everything we've talked about this month because I think we've, touched on some really good topics. We talked about rebooting your self-care. Right. We talked about habit stacking, with self-care and the poor impacts of self-care. We've talked about ways to know if you are telling your brain and body that you're in survival mode, by not taking care of yourself. And I've dropped some amazing resources. So take the struggle out of self-care. The workbook is available to y'all. So if you haven't ordered your copy, you can text WELL to 33777. That's the word WELL to 33777 to get that. And then we have a new podcast, Deeper Than the Diet, where we talk about emotional eating and trauma. So we got some good resources out there for y'all. So today I just really wanted to check in, with y'all and see, what has it been like for you this month? Any new insights, or have you changed anything up with your self-care? And how has that been?
Right.
Well, I can speak for myself when it comes to self-care. I have really, really been taking inventory and trying to be intentional this month, especially because just not just being a mom or a woman, but just being a human. There's so much on our plate. We forget to take care of ourselves. So I've been intentionally meditating, setting my intention every morning, making sure I take some me time in the bathtub. No kids, no music, just surely me and my thoughts. So that's my little self-care for the month. Thank you.
I'm normally pretty good with the physical fitness part, Yanetta, and but my nutrition hadn't been too solid. So I've decided to go ahead and let me go ahead and challenge myself to increase and better my nutrition to add to my physical fitness and exercising.
Love it. Anybody else have any new insights?
Well, I walk the mall every day, Yanetta.
That's real good.
Yes.
You did what?
I walked the mall. I just walked the mall and look.
You don't buy nothing, Gary?
No,
Lennox.
I'm scared. Yeah, but I do them early, Ricky. So let's do them early. But
So what time you can't go to Lennox, Gary?
Babe, you can't go after 3.
You gotta go in the morning. Everybody still sleep.
Yes.
Right. That's self-care, making sure you're safe while you walk in the mall.
Okay.
Right. I like to clean up.
Yeah, that's good. Making sure your space is good. Yeah. I love it. Ricky, what you been doing? I know you
I like doing work on engines and stuff. I love changing the fan belts and changing different things on the engine, like working on the boat all day. So that's a lot of fun.
Such a man.
I know.
Therapy and listening.
Can you fix my golf cart?
Listening to some damn. I can. I actually
can. You can fix my vacuum?
If it's I'm good with car situations. If it's American made, I'm not good with foreign engines, but I can fix an American anything.
Okay.
Yeah. I love it, y'all. And these are small things, you know what I mean? Like, we probably wouldn't even look at that as a big deal, but it's such a big deal, right? Because it's something that y'all are doing intentionally to care for yourself, something you enjoy. So I just want to encourage all the listeners just to really be intentional about how you're caring for yourself, really by doing these things. It's like 4 R's. So recognize where you are, being real about yourself by what with what you see. Reflect on what works for you, right? Ricky, you might not be walking around the mall like Gary, and somebody may not want to do what Eva does, but you do what works for you,
right? And
just be open to resting and reset. So that's what I have for y'all today. I just want everybody just to be really intentional of taking care of yourself, because you are the only you have, right? So you got to take care of you.
That's it. That's so important. That's so important, because sometimes you get people, they looking out for everybody, and they really do honestly forget to care for themselves.
Yeah.
And there's consequences, man. Your mind and your body will you'll pay for it, but you have self-care is everything. And it's not selfish to have self-care. That's not selfish. Yeah. So that's a good message right there. Let everybody know how they can reach you.
Yeah, so you can find me. My website is springforthcounseling.org. You can text the word WELL to 33777 for resources. And you can follow me on social media. Facebook, I post stuff all the time, articles. You can follow me on Instagram as well. But yeah, let's just stay connected. That's right, y'all. And remember that this Talking Out Tuesday segment is not supposed to be a replacement for actually going to therapy. Go to therapy, and we hope that your mind open up to the idea. You can always get more information on Yanetta's website, springforthcounseling.org. Ladies and gentlemen, Yanetta Spring.
One time.
All right, y'all, more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.